Alrighty, let's do this. Hi everyone, my name is Courtney. Thanks for joining me today. I'm a life and style blogger and I do a lot of thrifting hauls and come thrift with me's on here. So this is gonna be a little like out of like left field as far as like the other videos that I have been posting lately. But I just wanted to share this with you guys because I had a lot of people asking me on my Instagram how I take my own pictures for my Instagram feed. And so I just felt like I really need to do this video because I get a lot of questions on it. I did a poll on my Instagram stories and everyone agreed that this is something that they wanted to see. I feel like a lot of people like don't have someone that can take their pictures for them all the time, you know, and they don't have a photographer that they can afford to hire. So I feel like people, like especially people who are just starting out, that want to have that like aesthetically pleasing feed out and about in like their city, on their everyday lives. Like they want to share those images that they can't take on their own and they need someone to take, and I am here to help you because you can take it on your own. If you are not following me on Instagram, you can follow me. It's just at Courtney's_life to see all the pictures that I'm talking about that I've taken on my own. My mom used to take my pictures, thank her so much, when I used to live with her, but I have since moved cities. I now live in San Diego, and so she's about an hour away from me now. So with moving, you know, I realized I still want to keep up my blog and I still want those street style photos out and about of what I'm doing. So I didn't want to just take selfies every day or mirror pictures every day. So I quickly realized I'm going to have to suck it up and through some trial and error, figure out how I can do this on my own, because I still wanted to do this, even though I didn't have that person to take these pictures for me anymore. And so I just, you know, figured it out, and now it's what I'm doing. I work a full-time job during the week, so I had to shoot all my content on the weekends because by the time I get home, it is dark outside, and my boyfriend works like really, really long hours, and on our one day off together, like I don't want to be working like and having him take pictures of me. So I do it on my Saturdays so that I can have that time with him and then get all my content done in the one day that I can. So I just want to share with you guys because I took a poll on my Instagram. Everyone wanted to see this. I had a lot of people asking me how I do it because on my stories, I always share how I'm going out on Saturdays and shooting with my tripod. So I am here to just kind of go through what I do as far as taking my own Instagram pictures, all by my lonesome. And it's actually fun. It's actually nice. It sounds sad, but I'm telling you, it's not as bad. Unless you're just like not an independent person at all, then you might hate it and it might not be for you, but I'm fine with it. So I guess I should first start off with the tripod itself. Let's just get straight to it. I use an adjustable like base tripod so you can adjust the height, and that's so important to have in your tripod. You don't want one that's just the same height. You want one that has like a stand that you can adjust to different heights of it. Mine goes up to, I believe, 5 feet, I want to say is how high it goes. So definitely gonna want to look for one. I'll link the one that I use down below in the description. I'll pop it up right here of the one that I use. It's super affordable. And for mine, I have like the little attachment for a cell phone because I take all my pictures with my cell phone, with my iPhone, but they also have like an attachment to hold a camera as well if you want to use a camera instead. So it doesn't matter what you use to take your pictures. You just want one that's gonna have that right base for you with the different adjustable heights. And so that's what is key for your tripod. And with that, you're gonna wanna figure out if you want to use the self timer or if you're gonna wanna do a Bluetooth remote. At first, I used the Bluetooth remote thinking that it was gonna be way better and way like easier for me, but I quickly realized that it wasn't, and it was just hard because you're holding the clicker and trying to hide the clicker in the pictures became like so just like hard and like annoying that I quickly just like left the clicker behind and went to the self timer. And I've found that the self timer is so much better. I put it on a 10-second timer so I can just hit it, run to where I need to go, make my poses, and take one picture at a time. And taking one picture at a time has really helped me because I'm spending less time on one outfit, one shoot, because every time you take one picture, you can go back and see what you did and didn't like about that picture. And you can make that adjustment and quickly change it, change the height if you need to change it, change your pose if you need to change it, fix your hair, fix your jewelry, fix whatever is out of place right away. Because I feel like when someone else is taking your pictures for you, you have no clue what you're looking like and they're just snapping away. And I can't tell you how many times like I took a picture and I took probably like 50 pictures and in all of them like my hair was just like weird out of place, or I didn't like the way my like outfit was like styled, like I didn't like the way that the shirt was tucked, and then I'm having to do another like round of 20 pictures to try to get that one shot. So it's really nice with the self timer because you take the one picture, you check it, and you make those adjustments right away. So I have found that I spend less time on one like outfit or shoot with doing my own like self timer pictures because I'm making those adjustments super quick. So I prefer the self timer just for those reasons in itself. I just think it's better. You don't have to hold anything, and then you can quickly make adjustments and get your shoot over with as quickly as possible because that's what you want to do, because you're this crazy person out and about in public taking a picture of yourself with a tripod. So the little amount of pictures you can take, the better. So I highly suggest the self timer. And then moving on to my second tip, that's like probably my third tip it's gonna be, are the angles. So I am really big on angles because I am super short. I am only like 5'2.5". So if you take a picture of me from like up high, I will look even shorter than I already am, and my head will look big, and my chest and my shoulders look super broad. So I'm not about that life. I want my legs to look longer and make myself look more like lengthy than I am. So to achieve this for a full body shot, I like to adjust the height really down low. So if it was a person, it'd probably come to like right underneath your belly button or like to your belly button kind of a thing. So that's where I like to have my pictures at as far as the height of the tripod. And then I kind of tilt it upwards at like a upwards angle just so I look taller than I am. And you just want to watch your double chin, okay? You don't want it to be too low to where you got the double chin. You want it to be that perfect height, and it's gonna take some practicing to get your perfect height because everyone's different, because everyone's a different height. So figuring out that perfect height for you will take a couple times, but once you got it down to where you're looking tall and you don't have the double chin. That's what we want. So that's what I do for full body shots. For like sitting down pictures, I usually have it just above like eye level, like probably like just below your chin to where you are sitting. Because if it's too low with the sitting down pictures, it looks weird. Like you'll look weird. And if it's too high, you'll look weird. Like the above, like that could be a vibe. Like if you want like the bird's eye view, like sitting down, but if you just want like straight on, just have it like right above like your chin area. And that's usually the money spot for sitting down pictures. And you do want the tripod to be a little bit further away than normal so that you get the full body like shot of you sitting down. And then for close up, like detailed shots, you're definitely gonna want that to be like eye level with you, that tripod. So you're gonna wanna bring that tripod all the way up to your eye level and come a little bit closer to the picture, to the phone to take the picture. So that's what I have found for like angles for different types of shots that I wanna do that have worked well with me for taking my own pictures. So let's move on quickly to the next thing, which is location, which is probably the most like important thing for people because anyone can take their own picture with a tripod, but like it's so nerve-wracking going out in public. People are gonna be staring at you, people are gonna be laughing and like honking their horns, like shouting things at you, like walking in front of your camera like you're not even doing anything. So it definitely like takes some getting used to because I'm still getting used to it. Like, I kid you not, I try to go in the places that have the least amount of people, and that is what's key. You want to find places like in your city where you can go that have nice scenic backgrounds but don't have a lot of people. And I know that sounds like super hard, but I promise you, like, it's pretty easy, okay? You just want to basically look for like alleyways, behind buildings, like parking lots, going to businesses that are closed that day or at that time so that there's not a lot of people there, because that specific like office or building is closed at that time. So that's like perfect to go and take pictures in front of like their building. Just like places just like off the beaten path that people aren't really walking to a lot, that are still kind of nice and fit your like vibe or whatever. That's where you want to go to. I'll pop up some like pictures of like places that I go in my city, and a lot of them I go to the same place again and again, but just a different part of that place. So it looks different and might look like a different location, but it's the same place, just in a different spot. Because I know that place, it'll probably get a couple people walking by, but not a lot, you know? So that's where you want to go. Mainly because you don't want people like staring at you like you're crazy, but also you don't want someone walking by and snatching up your tripod and running away with your tripod and camera or tripod and phone, because that's a whole nother thing. People are just sometimes nasty and they will try and steal your stuff. So you definitely want to go somewhere where someone's not going to just walk on by and snatch up your tripod and phone or camera. So that's where I like to go as far as locations. Sometimes it's hard, but I promise you there's going to be somewhere in your city, whether it's just behind a building or like at a closed building like that, you can take pictures. You just kind of have to do some research and look where those places are at. I highly suggest like industrial areas, like in warehouse like buildings and stuff like that. Like those are always great to go to. And that is what I have to say about that. But yeah, so that is pretty much everything that I take into consideration when I'm taking my own pictures. Just, making sure I have a tripod that you can adjust the height, having that self timer, and checking each photo as I go to make sure I can make those adjustments right away. Having a spot where, I can just work and not worry about anyone like stealing my stuff or like laughing at me or shouting at me about what I'm doing, and then just getting those right angles depending on what type of a picture you're trying to do, what type of a pose, just getting those angles right. Those are the most important things that I could share, my tips and tricks on taking your own Instagram pictures. You definitely basically just want a tripod. And you want to go somewhere where no one's going to look at you weird. But it does take some trial and error, but I promise you'll get it too. You just have to build up that confidence and be like, I don't care. I need to get this done. I don't have anyone take a picture of me, so I need to get this done. I'm just going to go out and I'm going to do it. And it's almost like a little therapeutic, I feel like. So yeah, that's great. But anyways, if you have any other questions, feel free to ask me down below in the description below. And follow me on Instagram at Courtney's_life to see my everyday Instagram pictures that I take of my life and my style. And then if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up. Thanks, bye, and thanks for watching.